Cryptopapa.
Happy weekend and welcome back to another video of Cryptopapa, where crypto is hard but Papa makes it easy. I'm Conan, and once again, thank you for joining us back. And on this video we are talking about anything related to crypto and also news fundamentally and technical analysis that we share to you behind the scene that our wonderful team has been doing almost daily, and we are giving away signal in the end of the video. And of course, before we start the video, this is not a financial advice, so please do your own due diligence and your risk management. So let's jump straight into the market. First thing first, looking at the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. You can get this for free on the CoinGlass website. This could be one of the useful indicator for you to measure how is the market sentiment are doing daily. So on today's market, it shows that 63 number of the value index, where it just entering the red section, just over the neutral side. You got 63. It shows that the market will be doing a pullback in the coming days or weeks. So be ready for the market pullback or even a correction. As long as the market are above or exceeding the neutrals number, we could see the market will be doing another round set of the correction. This is just a reference for you to see how is the market doing every day. We can always look at the chart to see how is the markets are doing before we jump into the next indicator. Okay, we switch it to the next BTC versus the USDT heat map. So from the chart, due to the CPI from the previous day, it has been sharply tumbling all the way to the bottom for the past few days. And currently you see there are so many number has been hunted down. So how can we predict for the next possible movement of the Bitcoin? So using the provided chart, see the liquidity starts to building up around the 118,000 and above, which potentially a lot of the volume will be accumulate over this area between 119 to 118. This is to the upside, and of course vice versa to the downside. A lot of volume has been putting off on the 116 section to the downside. For the market maker, we could expect that the price will be moving to take out to either side. If let's say the market are doing a downside hunting first, it might go down to the downside liquidity for a grabbing, a liquidation sweeping. So it might go to the downside first before it heads to the upside afterward. How is the market movement during Monday's opening market? There are a lot of false movement, especially on the weekend, due to the lower trading volumes. So either way, we stay cautious and we continue to monitor how is the market moving, provided that 120 million has been liquidated for the past 24 hours, with the 63 million of short position, while 57 million of the long position has been hunted. And with the single liquidation, the largest one, the Ethereum, value at 9.44 million, and about 52,000 of the traders were liquidated. The market is bleeding great. So we shall see how is the market opening on Monday's morning. Alright, let's start with our technical analysis of today. Bitcoin USDT. Just on our previous video, we talked about a lot of liquidity has been parking over this zone. So on today's market, the market has doing a kind of a sign of a weakness due to the lower volume of trading, and we might expect it might do a ranging probably today all the way until the market's opening. It needs to stay above this zone in order to make sure that the market are still holding firmly, and we might expect when the market is open during the coming Monday's morning, we shall see it might be going to pumps up, maybe on the short term, just to make sure that all the volume has been filling. Otherwise, if today the candlestick are dropping inside this particular liquidation zone, we shall expect that it might goes down and do a retest before we see to the downside. So underneath this liquidation zone, we got another one just underneath about 116,000 over here. So this is just relevant to the liquidation heat map that we talked about just a while ago, where a lot of liquidity has been building up over this 116,500,000 over here. So it is relevant, and we shall expect that either way it needs to go to the downside to grab before it goes to the upside, or the other way around. So if I change the market to the daily time frame, you can literally see a better picture of the entire market structure. And I had divided the entire market into 3 different parallel channels. We got a new zone where the current price action are staying above this separated dotted line. We got a new zone over here, we got a middle zone, and of course we got a lower zone. So on the past 2024, especially on the last November, the Bitcoin are doing a great strong bull run from the 66,000 something all the way straight to the 108,000 before eventually it goes back touching to this highlighted section of this zone where it all started from here. So in another word, we refer this as a fair value gap. It goes back to this area in order to touch or to filling. So early on this month, we got a second attempt that the market are breaking the strong resistance, because just on the past few months, on May, it got attempted one time, a second time, and the third time it has successfully breaking up the resistance zone, and now it has been touching back just on this early month. And for the current market situation, we might expecting that it is due doing a structural rising wedge before we see whether the market will be holding firmly above this section in order to accumulate more zone, more power to challenge the upper side of the market. Same goes to the Bitcoin dominance. We need to stay tuned on how is the market movement, especially on tomorrow on the Monday's morning opening market. The lower low has been raising, so we might expect that it will be doing another set of the triangle. As long as it drops below, we shall see more of the pumping from the altcoin. Using our technical structure ratio, we are expecting that the candlestick will be heading toward the support zone area at 57.49%. So we stay tuned for the Bitcoin dominance. So changing to Ethereum USDT, the market shows that a 3 draft pattern has been emerging from the section of 0 to 1 and pull back to A before we see another round of point number 2, and we are expecting that the next possible movement of Ethereum, it might go to the first point of B at 4,500 before it pull back to the 4,200 point are laying over this area. So we expect on how is the market doing. If let's say on the coming hours or even tomorrow the market are showing a pullback, we might expecting that the Ethereum will goes back to this area, and only then you can jumping, putting maybe a little bit of your position just partially to do a test run. And of course our first TP we set it at 4,500 over the point B, while the second one we set it at point A. Okay, first signal of today, we got the PiUSDT. PiUSDT are doing a very clear sign of a contraction where it doesn't drop underneath this area where a lot of liquidity are laying over here, and with the 2.9% of contraction, we are putting an open entry zone at 0.3899. So once the candlestick has been valid breaking over this line, you can open your position just partially before we see another set of the running to the top. Of course, we got 3 TPs setting up above the entry. We got 0.4026, we got another one at 0.4079, and the last one we are putting at 0.416. So with the 2.9% of your risk management, you got really just a minimal losses that might impact your overall portfolio. So HiFi USDT, we got a nice halving contraction from the second one at 9%. We got a 4.76 of the control risk management. By looking at the market, we got to see that the candlestick are already doing a second attempt in order to break off the entry, the strong resistance value at 0.0947, and currently it is still trying to push one more time in order to break off. The more attempted the market are doing, the stronger the volume because it accumulates even more power in order to push really hard into the sky. So given on the chart, we got 4 TP laying on the top from the 0.1 all the way to 0.1183. So stay tuned. So we got the RSR USDT, which has been stepping over the entries level. So currently it is on its way to our first TP. And of course, this signal we are preserving for our VIP teams member on this morning. So you can still buy in a little bit of your spot if you are interested, just to profit at our first TP. And of course, remember to move your SL to the top. Of course, we got the last one that we reserved for our VIP member just before the breakout. We got the AVAX USDT. It is on its way to the second TP. It needs to break the previous resistance at 24.76. So once it got successfully breaking, we can expect that the market will be climbing again to the top. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you are keen on watching more of this kind of a video, please to help us to like, share and subscribe to the channel, and we'll keep you posted on the next coming video. And of course, if you are interested in joining our VIP team, please feel free to comment below, because we got a wonderful team and working so hard daily in order to catch a lot of signals with our strong technical skills behind, in order to make sure that every single of our members are profited. And we are doing a long journey here. We are not expecting in maximizing profit every single day. We want every person in the team to learn and to keep on the same pace with us in order to learn and to earn. So I hope you get rich, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you.
Where crypto is hard, but Papa makes it easy.